Hello. So I've been looking into this energy. Sorry, let me put my ring on. For divine counterparts, I just felt like I could check into this energy today because it feels there's like a shift in the collective in general. I saw it in my collective reading for today, and then because there was a lot of it kept mentioning soul family, right? So then divine counterparts came to mind right away. I just didn't dig into that in that reading because it wasn't the place for it. It was more of the journey of the self in that reading, but here it's like the divine masculine and divine feminine are on their own journey that leads to union, and it's really close. It's almost like there's a last hurdle, kind of a last thing to do for both of you, and both of you are in the same in true divine counterpart energy. You're mirroring each other, but obviously in a very unique way, right? So the divine masculine is working on integrating the shadow, something that the divine feminine has already done. Polarity, integrate your shadow side. There can be no light without dark. Understand the law of polarity. So the divine masculine is learning the lesson of allowing, accepting the darkness as it's almost like as the background for their light to shine even brighter, right? It's like their shadow, it's not about killing the ego, it's about co-creating with it because it has protected you. It serves as a purpose. All sides of you serve a purpose, right? You cannot have one without the other. From the book it says, no judgment from the divine on what you did or didn't do in this or any other incarnation. It's kind of like that, right? Rather than disown your shadow side, be proud of it. That's what the divine masculine is working on. And then the divine feminine is working on past lives, which is, again, it's kind of like the same. It's the same lesson, just in a different aspect. Release your past life karma. You're an old soul with deep wisdom. Healing your past lives will rise your vibration. Same thing as the divine masculine. For past lives, they also mention how there's a lot of wisdom within you, and you're coming to that awareness, divine feminine, by forgiving yourself for, it's not even forgiving, there's nothing for you to forgive. It's almost like in order to tap into that wisdom that you have acquired in past lives, you need to accept who you used to be, the roles that you played in your past lives, right? And then in between, there's this card, beloved. Prepare for your life partner. Romance is returning to your relationship. Believe you are lovable. That's what you both are working on at the same time, just in different ways, because you have different things to kind of yeah, you're working on different things, but it all it goes back into, don't judge yourself for the roles that you've played in this lifetime or past lifetimes. The divine masculine is looking at it in this lifetime, because I think the divine feminine leads a little bit more in the energetic or spiritual sense. So the divine feminine is working with past lives, because you've already integrated polarity in this lifetime. So now you kind of have to do the same, but in past lifetimes, so that you can unlock that wisdom and it could be brought forward to help you in this union in this lifetime. And then divine masculine is, you see how these two horses are like running through. It's like they are trying to understand their reality in this lifetime, trying to understand the roles that they've played, again, in this lifetime, in order to then be able to be ready for union. And I want to read about this card, because this card in this book, which is the book for this deck, it's the only card that has 2 pages, and it's a super long thing. But the main take from here is the following. If you long for a partner who shares you, first share as yourself. If you want to be with someone full of joy, be joyful yourself. If you want to be respected, begin by treating yourself with respect. It's kind of like that. You both have to honor different sides of you that you have kind of suppressed in order to come into self-union, to then therefore be able and ready to be in union with your divine counterpart. It also says, be courageous in releasing the core wounds of your heart that keep you from feeling worthy. I think there's a lot to be said about if you haven't come into union with self, and this is what this journey is about, okay? The divine counterpart journey is about union with self. You have to first come from a place of unconditional love of self in order to extend that to someone else. You can't do it otherwise. It won't, it's not that it's not genuine if you are, it's like, how can you love fully when you only love half of you, for example, if you want to look at it that way with the polarity thing. It's the same, like it will, it's like you've probably have tried. This union feels like you've tried to be in union, but you can't do it because you have a little bit more of self-love to integrate. You have a little more of it's a last little stretch, honestly. And then in union, you expand even more. You're able to even tap into more things that you have to integrate together, because that is the purpose here for union. It's not like you do this and then union and that there's no more work to do. Obviously, that's not how that works. If you're on a spiritual journey and you are on a spiritual love journey, like a divine counterpart journey, you know that it starts with you, and then it's going to continue with this person because it's meant to be. You're meant to the fact that this is here, yeah, you're meant to weave together. It's like you've integrated and done a lot by yourself, and then you come into union, and that's how, and then you have an impact, an even bigger impact on your own lives, on the life of this connection, right? And the powerful connection that you share, and therefore it's like it radiates onto everything else in your life. It touches everything in your life. I love the butterflies here because they're a lot of transformation. It's like you transform on your own and therefore come into union and then continue. It's just like it's a constant evolution. I'm seeing the three butterflies are making me think of maybe you've been on this journey for 3 years. It could be more or it could be less. It definitely feels like 3 major cycles that you've kind of birthed through, right? You were in a cocoon, in a little chrysalis, and then you've birthed through that. And in doing so, these 3 big cycles that you've been through leads you to union here. Wisdom. Yeah, there's a lot of wisdom that you carry within both of you. Both of you are very wise souls, very old souls. You're mirrors of each other, so if it's vice versa and you're the one in this kind of energy, and you have to take it as it resonates as far as what side you're on or what lesson you're integrating at the moment. But this is a very interesting reading because with union being here in the middle, right? Prepare for your life partner. It's like it's almost here. It's almost like the book said, you just have to come into that awareness of if I want someone that's joyful, I need to be joyful myself. If I want someone that respects me, I have to respect myself. Again, if I want someone to love all parts of me, shadow, light, past, present, future, whatever, I have to too be the first one who provides that for myself. I have to be the one who knows my worth in order for someone to truly also see my worth. It's not that they see it or not because you see your worth. It is that you won't accept anything less than. Okay, that's where it's all coming from. It's like you have to love all parts of you, because in doing so, you come into awareness of your full worth. And therefore, you won't settle for anything less than someone, again, cherishing all parts of you as well, accepting unconditional love. It's literally unconditional. There cannot any be, there's no ifs and buts. It doesn't mean that you, by integrating this and integrating this, right, you're perfect and that's it. Whoever has to, you're gonna be with has to just accept that you're perfect and that's it. No. But it does mean that they have to recognize just how powerful your growth has been up to now, because you realize that you have done 11:11 on my timer right now. That's crazy. It took me out of what I was saying, but it's by realizing your own divinity, others can't help but see it. And if no one, and if the person that your divine counterpart won't fully see how divine you are until you come into the realization of just how divine you are, if that makes sense. The horse here. Beautiful. Powerful. Again, a very powerful and passionate connection here. Past lives. It leads me back to the, oof, what a strong energy. The panther is one of like taking away anything that does not no longer serve you. If anything, it's like using that passion and anger to drive change, but it all comes, oh wow, fire, 2 cats, whoa, cosmic egg. Yeah, divine, this is a divine union for sure. Obviously it's divine counterparts. I mean, that is what I wanted to read for, but wow. I don't know if I want to do one more card. I think I'm going to leave it with the owl. And I'm just going to go to tarot now, but ooh, the spider. I guess we're leaving at the spider because I mentioned it before. Weaving, it's like you're, the life you've created, it resonates from within just how powerful you are. And also it takes me back to the past life thing. There's a lot that has happened here. But with the spiral, it makes me think also there's a lot of healing that has happened here. There's a lot of integration that has happened here. The spider creates this, it forges this from within. It doesn't use any other materials. It is the creator and the material. Like that's a very powerful. The wisdom that you carry is enough for you to heal yourself, integrate who you are, and then that's kind of like, it speaks to me about purpose for this union as well. Keep looking at that owl. The owl's like piercing through my soul with those eyes. I used to be kind of creeped out by owls because I saw that movie, The Fourth Kind. If you know that movie, and if you don't know, it's really interesting. It's about alien abduction. But owls, people would remember owls looking at them when they were sleeping. For some reason, that's coming to mind. What the? Okay, anyways. Yeah, so I used to really not like owls because they creep me out. But this owl is like, the eyes look like the void to me. It's like a void, but it's also full of so much intensity. It almost makes me think as well of the polarity thing, where like there's darkness in those eyes, but then the owl itself is like, it's light, and it's both at the same time. Also around it, there's darkness, but there's color. It's almost like this. The darkness is what kind of like even makes the web look even more beautiful, more vibrant, because there's darkness behind it. Is this the darkness? That's a huge lesson for you guys that you're like closing off or embarking on integrating in order to come into union. You really have to appreciate your shadow self. There's a lot of power there. There's a lot of untapped potential there for both of you. Whoa, okay, let me look at the owl for a second. Just want to read from the book. Okay. Abundance, clairvoyant, and treasures. What did I say? Untapped potential. There's untapped potential in your darkness, in your past, for sure, and then in the darkness, in the shadow self. The owl is a mysterious and otherworldly creature found in folklore from east to west. The white owl is in this particular deck, is the companion of the goddess. I don't know if I'm gonna say this right. Lakshmi. Let me just show it. Let me just show you the whole thing, and you could pause it if you want to read it. It represents wealth, beauty, and good fortune. When the owl card appears, it is an omen that a boon or a treasure is in the way, either in the spiritual or material form. With the owl wisdom on your side, you'll see and know exactly what to do with this boon. Like this, it's a beautiful energy. How can you further serve your dharma and bring abundance to the world? Trust that the wellspring of treasure is infinite. Yeah, I was saying with the void, it's like it's never ending, and it comes from shadow. The shadow is the void, where you can, like, it's almost, I'm seeing like you reach through it fearlessly. Okay, you reach through and like you pull your shadow towards you, and you integrate. You're like, I'm here and I love you. I love all parts of me, because my shadow helps my light be even more intense, resonate even more with others. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's beautiful. So that's air, and this is earth. So you might have those might be prominent in these counterparts. Since it felt like this, I'm thinking the owl it pertains to the divine masculine here. They might have a lot of air in their chart, and that's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And then the divine feminine, I'm seeing the spider, which again is so fitting because the spider births. Again, it's like us, the feminine, and I'm not saying just, okay, let me rephrase that. If you're someone who can have children, right? The feminine energy births things, okay? That could be metaphorically through energy, but also in the physical form. We can bring souls into this world. We are a portal, okay? There's a portal for you to bring past life wisdom for you. So the feminine, what I was saying, the feminine might be the earth heavy on this connection. So that's Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo energy. So if that could resonate with some of you, but I mean, it doesn't have to. You can embody that energy without actually having any earth in your chart. But creator of prosperity through life's work and dharma, dude. The fact that both cards are speaking about dharma and about prosperity and abundance and creation. Like I was saying, when you come into this deep knowing of self, and then you come into union, it's like you birth even more together. I'm just gonna show you this one too. The spider is an ingenious creator. Its greatest gift is weaving the thread of dharma into the vast integrated web that supports the spider and those around it, both financially and spiritually. It is hard work, but the spider neither tires nor becomes impatient. This card reminds us creativity is everywhere. Be process oriented rather than result oriented. As soon sorry and soon your work life becomes like the weaving of sorry hold on a second and soon your work becomes like the weaving of a magical priceless tapestry. Abundance flows. Wow. Playful creativity. I think the divine feminine, this connection can really does a lot of work with past lives. I think you guys bring, believe it or not, everything that you create in this reality, you are pulling information and wisdom from past lives. You might do this in your dream state, or you just do it naturally. You've always been able to do it, but now you're more aware of it, and there might be a lot of I don't know, I'm hearing like resentment, or there's like not being able to let go of past life karma. You might be holding on to, and even in this lifetime, you might be holding on to a lot of hurt from the past, and that kind of, it messes with your flow of creativity. Because of your past, even in this lifetime, you might hide a lot of your spiritual gifts, because you feel like you're going to be judged by them, or that your tapestry that you're creating might not be as beautiful. You might be comparing it to even like past achievements in this lifetime or other lifetimes. You have to remember that you're always in flow of who you are. You're here right now, but you're also every other time is not linear. You have to remember that you're yourself now, but you're also all your past selves in this lifetime and in all other lifetimes. So you've had endless potential and just bounty of information, and like there's so much creativity around, and therefore if there's creativity, there's abundance, and if there's just endless possibilities to your gifts. But the way to really hone into them and tap into them is by just doing it. Just do it. Just try whatever you want to try, and don't think about how it's going to end up or how it even has to end up looking. Just trust that it comes naturally to you. Whatever comes naturally to you, like the spider. I don't think the spider is really overthinking every thread that they weave. It's almost like they just trust that their intuition, they're intuitive creators, right? That's what this reading wants you to let you know. It wants to let you know to be an intuitive creator, and it wants to let the divine masculine know that they have to like reach through and really pull their shadow towards them, kind of like just hug it and be like, you are part of me, I am you, and you are me. Thank you for all that you've done for me. Because maybe if they would have been, it's like the shadow for here, it makes me think you've needed that, because it was not like a shield, but it was the force that you wouldn't have survived without your shadow, is what I'm trying to say. I think without who you used to be, not even who you used to be, because again, we go back to you're everything at once, right? But with the divine masculine, let me see if I can get the message, because I'm seeing it, but it's hard to put into words here. It's time to be thankful for what you consider maybe not a not so pretty aspect of yourself, because it is what has helped you up to this point. And believe it or not, by knowing who you don't want to act as or be, or like by recognizing your shadow, by really staring at it in the face, and at the same time accepting that it played a role in who you are today, right? Or it plays a role in who you don't want to be anymore. It helps you compare your attributes of yourself, right? If you want to move into a more, into being a more conscious, loving, I don't know, whatever you associate with being different from your past, right? Where if you were a player, now you want to be, you really want to just be someone who dedicates maybe all their time and energy and love into one connection, and you want to nourish that, right? It's good to know it's your experiences, your past experiences just add on to what you want to be, is what I'm trying to say. I'm not sure if I'm getting the message right. Let me just go into tarot and see. Three of Wands. Yeah, it's like gathering all of these. I'm seeing these like passions, or again, literal light attributes, and you're ready for adventure. You're ready for this. It's like you're ready for union after this integration. Seven of Wands, a lot of wands. Deep knowing here. There's a lot of deep knowing. There's a call for you to really go within. Both of you, I think, are doing this at this time. You're going within to find yourself. And when you find yourself, it's time for you to show it love. And then after that, you're ready to be an authentic being so that you can be loved authentically, okay? Wow, the Emperor. Yeah. So this is the Divine Masculine. I think really owning who they are here by holding the chess piece here. Again, with the checkerboard, it's making me think of they're owning the role that they played, and they're okay with it. You got to be okay with who you are. Mars energy here. With the wands, it makes sense because there's a lot of fire here in general. Maybe in the past, the Divine Masculine could be integrating a lot of stubbornness and realizing how perhaps that wasn't the best way to go about things, but at the same time, it's like alchemizing that energy, alchemizing your stubbornness to then be your driving force. You know, it's like alchemizing your shadow, because now you could just, it's like untapped potential. It's like by pushing it away, you push away a side of yourself that could literally be a driving force for what you truly want, which is, you know, union. So, wow, Judgment speaks to all of this, because all of these cards are saying to not pass judgment, like literal judgment. But this also here makes me think of integrating higher self, calling in your higher self for guidance as well. It's like letting yourself be free from judgment from judgment of self. I think you might resonate either way where you are in this connection, whatever energy you seem to dominate, masculine or feminine. And if this is speaking to just your journey itself, again, it could just be you integrating those two energies to then you're ready for union with like your physical person, right? But this also speaks to me about allowing. It's like allowing, by not passing judgment, it's like you set yourself free. You I'm almost seeing like it's like your soul like literally jumping from joy. This also, I'm hearing astral travel, so you might do that as well. but you might start doing it consciously, is what I'm hearing. Because we kind of all astral travel, but doing it like in a conscious way, with purpose, if you will. Okay, King of Swords. Definitely feels like the divine masculine here. There's a lot of clarity coming, and there's a lot. When I tell you this is a divine union, it's a divine union. There's a lot of spirit guides around. The fact that there's an owl and there's an owl here, this is definitely the divine masculine energy. That's interesting that they're up here. Yeah, there's this newfound another wand. There's this newfound, not just passion for life, but deep knowing. There's a deep knowing that it's almost like it's being handed to you by the divine as well, or your higher self. There's a lot of integration happening, a lot of activations to your third eye, which might be triggering you to even see polarities even more, especially when it comes to the self. The fact that I just split the deck, and these are the two cards, the Lovers and the Sun. All right, let's do the divine feminine on the bottom here then, because I feel like this is the divine masculine. Okay, so confusion, or almost like, now I'm seeing it because it was like past lives. So there's a lot of potentials, right? Potential things that you could tap into, and you might just be kind of figuring out some choices. The Fool. But jumping into life, the fact that I'm seeing both things is like there's jumping here for me. There's and she's carrying a wand. It makes me think of the Ace of Wands. It's like falling into joy is what I'm hearing. Falling into joy. Yeah, definitely releasing things. In releasing a lot of karma, so by releasing karma, that's the choice you're making, right? And therefore you become the Fool. It's like you embark on a brand new journey, and it's almost like you don't know that this brand new journey, even though it feels like a emerging of self, it's guiding you towards union. Wow. This is the first major arcana, and this is the last one. Divine feminines are doing a huge integration of past lives. This is a flower of life. You see how she's falling into it, and then this is like she rises from that. She carries I don't know, it's like this. It's like you fall into your life and who you are, your truth, and then you rise from it, and you close a lot of cycles and therefore open new ones. And you're also doing a lot of dimensional travel, believe it or not, just because of this is making me think of Merkava, if maybe I'm not saying that word right, this is very synchronistic, because that is the Chariot, and the Wheel of Fortune. It's like the wheel, but it's also the Chariot that we all kind of energetically can tap into to help us like quantum jump. This is deep. This is crazy. I think you do that, and that's how you tap into past lives. What? Oh my goodness. The Empress and then the Hierophant here. Actually, I'm gonna leave this one out because it just feels right. I have to. I have to. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Okay. Yeah, there's the back of the deck. It's like this is the deep knowing here. It's like you are going through it as well, but you're in a spiral because you're going through so many dimensions. You're literally digging deep into past lives, and then accepting them from a place of love, And this is literal karma, justice. You see how powerful this is? This is, wow. And yeah, past lives, because the Six of Cups is right behind it. So this speaks of past lives, or even people from the past in this lifetime, but definitely past lives. With the Nine of Pentacles here, I think you're in this energy now. You're about to be in this energy. The lady in waiting is what I always see that as. I don't know if the High Priestess on the split. I can't make that up. I can't make that up. Okay, I'm leaving the High Priestess there. But this is both of you. You both integrate light and shadow. And then because you do, right, there's the cosmos are there right behind you. There's a lot of activations. There's a lot of knowing, deep, deep knowing. That's incredible. You guys are a powerful force. It's like a force to be reckoned with. With the Page of Cups here, it's like all the time whenever I see this card, it's when pigs fly. It's what I hear. It's almost like with this Page of Cups, this offering of love, it's happening already in the astral. I think you've come into union in the astral already, but it's now here in the physical. It's almost like you don't know where it starts or it ends, because his feet are up here, but it's making me think of, you know, movie films, how it's like a strip, and then it doesn't, there's no movement really. It's picture after picture that runs through. Doesn't that look like that for some reason? To me, it looks like that. Like it's a moving picture, right? It's like, but then it also makes me think of Judgment because of the rising. And it makes me think of this as well, because like you fall into life and then you rise from it. You're just coming from a very compassionate and divine feminine energy. This is why you guys are almost ready for union, dude. Because look at you. You're both out here in the energy that you dominate. But then coming together, it's like you have integrated yourself within, right? You have done the integration of self. And therefore, you're ready for the merging of, or integration of each other here in the physical reality. You've done it in the astral. You've done it in past lives. You're just coming into awareness and knowing. A lot of knowing and a lot of awareness. A lot, okay? For both of you. I'm laughing because I keep looking at these two and they look so different. But they're so significant at the same time. And it's almost like I'm also thinking like one of you could be very dark in nature and you drive a lot of power from that darkness. And then one of you drives a lot of power from light. And then by coming together, you complement each other so well, even though the polarities are there. But it's like opposites attract, like quite literally. But you're not opposite, right? You might appear opposite in this lifetime, but you really are not. You're one and the same. But because you both dominate a certain energy, when you come together, it's like a union of, and I can't explain it any other way. Just know that you're really close. The message is that you are very close to union, without a doubt. I just want to do one card or two cards from this deck, because I like the fact that I pulled it and the soulmates here. But I like this deck, the Wisdom of the Oracle. I just want to see one card because I want to read about the relationship aspect of it. So I want to check the energy of the union here. Since I've checked the energy of both of you, I just want to check the energy of the union at this time. come to the edge. All right. I just want to show you the bottom of the deck. Happy, happy. Unfinished symphony. Divine masculine energy here. Okay, let me get the book for that. Number 36. 36 might be significant for you. Also the number 9, 369 as well. Okay. Relationships, are you ready? Let me just show you. Okay. It's scary to be truly intimate with someone, to allow him or her to see all of you. How synchronistic is that? Especially the parts that you've kept hidden and protected. The shadow, you know? That's crazy. Now it's time to take the risk and let yourself be seen, truly seen. Of course, you're coming from an authentic place now. So yes, you could truly be seen in an authentic way. It's important that you speak up, voice what you need, stay who you are, say what you hope for. This is not the time to play safe, but to take a leap of faith. You will be glad you did. If you're seeking relationship, the same applies. Take one step forward. Take one step toward the gods, and they will deliver what you truly desire. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm wishing you the best. I really hope this resonated, brought you some clarity, served as confirmation for you, and keep doing what you're doing. I don't think you could literally, what's meant for you cannot pass you by. If anything, it's a lot of the energy feels like reminiscent of past things, and it's time for you to just accept things as they were. Take the value from it by integrating the fact that you've now come into even more awareness of who you are, what you want, and who you want, and make sure that you don't settle for anything less, and allow God and the universe and fate to bring this person into your life, and know that when they do step forward, they are not going to be anything less than deserving of you and you of them. Okay? Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.